Okay, I'm going to get this out here. Okay. Obedience is here now, but I didn't finish reading all of priorities. So we left off at First Peter 2:2. Like newborn babies, crave pure spiritual milk, so that by it you may grow up in your salvation. Like newborn babies, crave pure spiritual milk, so that by it you may grow up in your salvation. So you can read it all kind of different ways, but that's how it's read. Okay, like newborn babies, crave pure spiritual milk, so that by it you may grow up in your salvation. It is time for us to grow up in spirit, in our salvation, in, not by the things of this world that don't matter in the whole priority of life. This is saying, forget what is behind and strain forward to what is ahead. I press on toward the goal to win the prize for which God has called me heavenward in Christ Jesus. Philippians 3:13, 14. This is creating a order of things. Foundation change. Creating foundation change with those numbers. And so, as Josaphat also said to the king of Israel, first seek the counsel of the Lord. 1 Kings 22:5. Foundation, a new beginning, foundation change. So there is a lot of healing. There's help. There's time for change. And God is like, be still and know that I am God. Now even the people who people would look at towards like they're a God, no, their divinity and the changes. This is a divinity card. And the changes of mature man are causing people's hearts to heal. People are feeling things that they didn't know that they would feel, even with somebody was a difficult person. I'm being reminded. I was at this reunion. It was was it a couple of years now? It could be a year or a couple. Maybe it was a year ago. It feels like maybe it was a couple of years, but it could be a year ago. Anyway, it was a whole thing. It was a whole thing. It was a whole thing. And sometimes I have to just do things and push through to like show up for myself because I'm a kind person. But as kind as I am, there's also another side to me, and people are not used to that side or not ready for it. Shoot, I didn't even know until I was thrust out there in the freaking desert of going through such pain, losing my sister or her being. I mean, I always thought that I could, my own self, heal her. I had been able to like go and do some things, but I am not God. God is God all by himself. I can only do what I can do because of the extension of his power that would run through me, you know? And so I learned that by not being able to heal my dad, heal my sister, heal my mother. I was like sure that my mother was going to be there when I got home. Oh, boy, was I wrong. It was their time to go. I can't prevent people from leaving that when it's their time to go. Look at that. Moving on card. But it looks like somebody was doing divination, maybe to see when someone was going to move on. That's what that means. Somebody was looking in it to see when someone's moving on. The veil is very thin right now. There's some sort of a commitment with a twin flame that is being destroyed by flying monkeys. So talking, people who are talking and sharing your mail, and I don't know, there was a total like tower, and then caused like some emotional pain for this karmic masculine. He was focusing on more of money, making money and achievements. And so it manifested poverty, focusing so much, on that and expecting a Jezebel, looking at this Jezebel to be the soulmate, putting that Jezebel in high honor. And now a child sees what actual value is, actual money is. There's something going on to someone's doing some death magic. And here's rest in peace after that. A nice guy and a divine masculine. So maybe somebody is shedding also their old ways and they're becoming, different, having gone through all of this, just like Osiris was taken all apart. Now here's the death magic is back again here. Rest in peace. Nice guy. What the heck? Why is that back out here? Divine masculine. Emotional pain, achievement, abundance, poverty. So someone it's a divine masculine is needing help where they may have money, achieved money. They are emotionally barren, deprived, lost, they're emotionally tired, drained. They're like someone's needing help. They're confused and they're seeing things. They're having illusions. They're looking at a divine feminine bossing up and giving them the evil eye, giving this somebody else the evil eye. Or that was part of that death magic. And now maybe they're needing to ask for help. Whoever, it's return to sender, because here it goes again, the death magic. The death magic. What the heck here? I'll try to see if I can get some better lighting. No? Okay. Better this one. The coffee machine's going off. Dang. What is going on? Oh my goodness. Milwaukee Motorcycles. North Node versus South Node. I saw South Node for the first time, and then I was like, oh, I'm putting this deck back together because I hadn't seen that, but I don't know. Anyway, but you have the South Node would be that, facing your shadows, like these two here. Okay? Set, number 15, number 6. Moving forward, new beginning to move forward after the change. Once you look and do this healing work, that's the healing work. Looking at your shadow, the tricky parts of yourself, sometimes you need to get out of certain situations. You know, if you're a football player, you need to be agile, twist, and get out of things. That's good to be a trickster in that situation, but don't trick yourself. Don't trick yourself. Don't play yourself, okay? Face yourself, face your shadow, look at it, make friends with it, and be like, no, I'm putting you in check. Put your own self in check, okay? Put your own self in check. And it's okay to be passionate. It's just you have to moderate and balance. Everything's about balance, okay? And here's the two here, balance number, and this is the sacred relationship with the person creating, the reconciliation of opposites, the uh, segment, the fierce compassion and love coming in, as well as that is healer. Um, you have also the Sphinx, which is earth altered information. So this is a sacred time, sacred relationships. There's the high priestess is here with the intuition and with the passion for there's something with the family and clarity with the sun here and following your north node. Find out what that is. Find out what it is. Okay, and when you were out in the desert, guess what? You grew.